Tonight, President William Ruto has defended the 95 billion shilling Adani Deal signed by the Kenya Electricity Transmission Company, KETRACO, with the controversial Indian company for the construction of power transmission lines and substations in the country. The president says the public-private partnership deal is not only a solution from the burden of public debt, but also a path to reducing the cost of power. Speaking in Nakuru, the president said there are several other private partnership deals lined up, including the 35-megawatt geothermal power plant that he launched in Menengai today. Stephen Leto reports.
The Adani footprints in the country has sparked protest and irked the public because of the opacity of some of the deals. From the JKIA takeover and now the 95 billion shillings deal entered with KETRACO.
I think we were...
Amid ongoing criticism of the deal, President Ruto argued that the collaboration was preferable to taking on additional loans or increasing taxes. While in Menengai, Nakuru County, President Ruto backed the decision to work with Adani, an Indian-based firm that seeks to invest billions of shillings in the aviation, health and power sectors.
The Adani Group are investing in the transmission line. Their money, 95 billion. We would have otherwise gone to borrow that money, burden the people of Kenya. This is now a private sector investment, the same way Keshan here is a private sector investment, the same way Sosian is a private sector investment. We will pay for that transmission line using a wheeling charge that has been negotiated.
In his attempts to sway Kenyans to back the Adani deal, President Ruto said that the current Nairobi Expressway was constructed under a similar public-private partnership, and now the China-based firm is collecting its money through toll charges.
It is also the same principle that we have used in developing the expressway in Nairobi. Private investors invested in the expressway. We are using that facility through tolling. They are collecting their investment.
President Ruto's defense on Adani deals in Kenya comes amidst layers of court cases against the Indian-based firm lodged in courts, as well as an active directive by the National Assembly to have JKIA cease any contact with the Adani until a forensic audit by the Auditor General is done and a report tabled in Parliament. Under the agreement, Adani will construct and manage key transmission lines, including a 400 kV Gilgil-Thika Malaa Konza line spanning 208.73 kilometers and a 220 kV Rongai Kiringet Chamosit line covering around 100 kilometers. President Ruto says his option for Adani and other private investors was due to the debt hole that the country is in.
We do not want to burden the people of Kenya with either additional taxes or additional loans, when the private sector can do it much more efficiently.
After the signing of the multi-billion shillings deal on October 12, 2024, following months of negotiations, Energy CS Opiyo Wandayi was again hosting President Ruto in Nakuru of a public partnership with Keshan Group from China for the construction of the 35 megawatts of geothermal power plant in Menengai.
Today, we are not only witnessing the groundbreaking for this power plant, we are also going to witness the signing of an agreement, of an MOU, between Keshan Group and KenGen, Your Excellency. That agreement is going to make it possible for the first time for this country to develop green hydrogen and then ammonia and eventually get fertilizer for our agriculture.
Development of this 35 megawatts by All Power 22 adds into our power mix a considerable fraction towards our national commitment to green energy. We eagerly await, Your Excellency, the acceleration to finalize the utilization of the remaining gathered steam.
Stephen Leto, Citizen TV, Nairobi.